Sharks. I'm Kash Tilloy.
And I'm Maynard Okereke.
We're from Los Angeles, California, and we're asking for $250,000 in return for 20% equity in our company, JADA Spices.
Can you believe we're still cooking up some of our favorite dishes with the same basic sauce we've been using since the days of the caveman?
Since caveman times, the only evolution in seasoning has been the addition of unhealthy ingredients like MSG, animal byproducts, and higher sodium levels.
But just like humans have changed over time, the way we season our foods has also evolved.
Introducing the latest evolution in seasoning. Vegan chicken salt.
Whoa.
Vegan?
Wait a second. Hold on. Is the chicken vegan, or is that where we're heading with this? Because
I'm listening. I'm a vegan myself, so
oh, really?
I definitely, yeah.
Then
yeah.
ding for you and all the vegans out there. I am not. I do skew towards veggies, but I eat meat too. So yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to hear, why is this a thing that we need to have on our chicken, unless the chicken is made of like tofu or something.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken salt is a turmeric-based, all-purpose seasoning that enhances the flavor of any dish while providing incredible health benefits.
Are you trying to eat healthier, but your vegan chili recipe keeps turning out bland?
Throw some chicken salt on it.
Are you tired of the same old buttered popcorn?
Throw some chicken salt on it.
People love our seasoning as a healthy alternative to basic table salt, and vegans especially love it as a healthy substitute to chicken bouillon. We've also expanded our line to include additional flavors such as reduced sodium, lime, red pepper, barbecue, and our new innovative product, turmeric salt.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, hold on a second there, because I feel like there's an education process here.
Yeah,
like, it's vegan.
one.
It's called chicken. Though I will tell you, I was always thrown off by the ham steak. I'm like, is it ham? Is it steak? I'm not really sure. And then I got it, and because my wife made it, it was like, oh, it's actually ham. But why are we calling it ham steak? It doesn't make sense.
For a lot of vegan products, they change the spelling. So chicken without the E at the end, the EN. So it'd just be like CHICKN. So that's how you kind of know it's supposed to be like a chicken-like flavor, but not actually chicken. So his t-shirt, the African-American gentleman, actually says the word chicken. So that's not good for a vegan to see that. So
yeah. I feel like this is salt that you put on your chicken and not salt that you put on everything else. Oh, and by the way, it's vegan.
JADA Spices is more than just a seasoning company. We're providing consumers with healthy and plant-based products, including a new plant-based chicken that's going to take the evolution of food to the next level.
So help us be part of mankind's greatest evolution and take a leap out of the Stone Age by giving every kitchen the ability to cook up healthy meals without compromising flavor.
So come on, Sharks. Don't be a chicken.
Who's ready to try some samples?
Ding for effort.
Okay, so what do we have?
Notice right there in front of you, we have 6 of our SKUs, 5 of our chicken salt flavors, and our turmeric salt seasoning. You have some French fries, and you have a skewer that has avocados, tomatoes, and cucumbers. And you also have some popcorn there. People love using our seasoning as a popcorn seasoning.
Is this your meatless chicken?
That is our chicken, yes.
That's your product?
Yes.
What is a plant-based chicken? I would have no idea what that is.
So currently on the market, there are some plant-based chickens. They all have soy. They all have high sodium. They all need to be refrigerated. They all have a whole bunch of ingredients that I can't pronounce. We have created this plant-based chicken. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. You're able to mold it into any shape. You can make it a nugget.
So it's like, it comes like a ground chicken almost, or how does it come? Because
Yeah, this is it right here. It comes in a mix.
So it
How
comes
is
as
it
a dry
packaged,
powder, and you add oil and water to it to
Exactly.
create the paste. That's why it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Exactly.
All you have is a package with our dry mix, and then you just add water, 3/4 cup of
And it
water,
turns into
and a
chicken?
tablespoon of oil.
That's it?
Yeah,
That's it.
Now, how many calories is in a patty?
Per serving, you're getting 20 grams of protein. You're getting no cholesterol, no sugar. You're getting 120 calories. And furthermore, you're getting very low sodium.
What's in the chicken?
So it's a very, very clean recipe. Okay, we have like 7 ingredients. The protein is from textured wheat protein and pea protein. The fiber is from pea fiber. A lot of vegans lack B12. We have B12 in there.
That chicken is really good. This chicken is really good.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let me tell you guys, it tastes exactly like chicken. What's your background?
Okay, so before we get to the background there, so I did not know that. I didn't even know what we were going to be watching literally minutes before we turned the cameras on here, and I did not know that Lincoln Scott is a vegan. Now I know quite a few vegans, but do you find it difficult because you live in DC area?
I'm born and raised in the DC area, but I live near Charlotte, North Carolina today.
Oh, today. Okay, today. Then tomorrow you'll be somewhere.
No, I'm just saying I live here now. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, that's a better question. Do you find it easy to be vegan down in Charlotte, North Carolina? Because like a lot of my vegans live in New York City, where like it's a pretty easy thing to be Jewish, stay kosher, or be vegan in the process.
Yeah, it's fairly simple. There's a lot of vegan food trucks and vegan restaurants. Maybe there's a list of 30 I could look up on Yelp, very quickly. I could get to. But pea protein, the protein that they mentioned, there's a local fast food joint called Shomar's, which is like a Mediterranean fast food joint here in the Charlotte area. They have a Beyond Burger that's pea protein based, and Beyond Burgers are at Burger King and some other places as well, and even the Impossible Burger. Those are kind of the two big names that people know in the vegan and even vegetarian market. Pea protein tastes so similar to like a grilled chicken, grilled beef. It actually tastes better to me. Yeah, so
I don't think I've tried that.
It's so good
on the protein side. I think the most vegan thing I've tried is Baby Cakes NYC down in Disney Springs. Actually years and years and years ago, before like veganism was like more explosive, more popular, more in the mainstream than even now. But you know what I do love though is I love when people comment. Like MV over here, your Shark Tank videos are my absolute favorite! Exclamation point, ding, ding. Ever since I discovered your channel, I've been watching whenever I get the chance. Thanks for the content. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, MV. Woo! And not only do that, we have a commenter in the house because Lincoln Scott commented asking if he, could be in one of the videos. And well, it was like, I don't know, almost a month ago or 3 weeks ago. But here we are, and happy to have you here, Lincoln. Thank you so much for joining us here. Before we move on, we might as well just tell the super entrepreneurs who you are, what you do, and how they can reach you, Lincoln.
Hi, everybody. So I am an Amazon expert in the U.S. and European space. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just type in Lincoln Scott. We might have a connection of 17,000 connections plus.
Ding, ding.
And I do have my own Substack, which is an email subscription. Just look up lincolnscott.substack.com. It's an email newsletter and a podcast. So if you want to hear more, feel free to subscribe.
Awesome. And I will put the links down below for you to get in touch with Lincoln. And if you want to grow your sales, go to the link below and get my free sales rocket. It's got 5 proven methods I use to grow your sales when I work one-on-one with business owners. Now, let's get back to chicken salt and the potential education disaster. Hopefully they have some sales. I'm very hopeful that they got some sales already in the books. Yeah. Because the other problem that they have, not to make this too long for the people that are skipping ahead, but one of the things is that they're already going in very multiple directions. So unless they already have a whole bunch of funders, in their back pocket, this is potentially primed for a derailment. Especially here in the tank.
So we met in college at University of Washington, and it was always our goal to start a business together. I'm first generation here to the country. My mom's side's from Cameroon, my dad's side's from Nigeria. They immigrated here to the U.S., and all my life I watched my parents grind and hustle just to make ends meet and put foods on our plate. I graduated high school, top of my class, got a full-ride scholarship in the University of Washington. I studied civil and environmental engineering, but it just wasn't my passion. I was creative at heart. Music was always something I loved, and so I left engineering and I went down to Los Angeles to pursue music. And I work right now as a science communicator. I actually have a platform called Hip Hop Science, where I utilize my background in civil and environmental engineering and my passion for hip hop, pop culture to educate people on different complex scientific subjects.
So I was born in Iran. I spent my younger years in England and Australia. My dad finally caught a break, and we moved to the States, and he got a job at Boeing. And unfortunately, my father developed multiple sclerosis, and within that year, he became quadriplegic.
Oh my gosh.
The following year, I went to University of Washington. I had to work full-time in order to support my family and support myself. I worked cleaning floors. When I was at University of Washington, there was nothing more than I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but just with the lack of security growing up, I picked a secure field and I pursued medicine. When I got into medical school, they told me, look, Kasha, there's no way you're getting into dermatology. Your grades aren't good enough, your board scores aren't good enough. And I wasn't gonna let these dream killers kill my dream. And basically, I just outworked everybody.
So you got into
I got into dermatology.
Wow.
Wow.
So are you a doctor now? Are you dermatologist?
I'm a dermatologist right now. Chicken salt's a big phenomenon in Australia. When you go to a restaurant, there's salt, pepper, chicken salt. Everyone uses chicken salt. So we took the chicken salt from Australia. We made it vegan. We got rid of the chicken stock. We got rid of the MSG, and we lowered the sodium.
What's your average selling price and your average cost?
So before we get to average selling price and average cost, incredible stories, incredible backgrounds.
Yeah.
I love the hustle and the desire to not give up. Ding ding for that. On both fronts. One thing I picked up on, well, two things I picked up on. One, they were eating
Yes.
through it, right? So that's a ding ding, great, great sign there. Doesn't necessarily mean they will, invest $250,000 for 20%. But the other thing was on their signage, it says all-purpose seasoning. So it says chicken salt. Which again, people tend to pick up on certain things and they just latch on to like, oh, that must mean it has chicken in it, or you use it to salt chicken. Obviously, of Australia, I wish I had Sam or Tyson here with us from Australia, who have been previous guests on the show, but they have that education already down there. So bringing it to America and then having to be like, oh, what is chicken salt for? It still could be a battle. Hopefully they've waged a lot of that battle and make it an easier to swallow waka waka deal for the Sharks. From a, oh yeah, we're already in like all these stores and we're already got this education process underway.
Yeah, I know for one thing, he mentioned that it is a multi-purpose salt. But something I did not like was he was wearing the T-shirt that said chicken salt. And this might be how the brand initially will launch and how people will hear about the brand. So for me, that's already a red flag. Even though I see the packaging had the proper spelling for a vegan to see and be happy with it, people are not familiar with this brand quite yet, unless if we hear about their sales. But they have a $1.25 million valuation. So if their sales are not already at, let's say, 400,000 over the past year, something like that, then there's going to be a huge education process. But let's see if there's a good proof of concept thus far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it cost us 80 cents to make one of those landed in our warehouse. In retail, we sell at $4.99. On Amazon, we're at $8.99. So we're the number one selling seasoned salt on Amazon numerous times.
Is that right?
We're outselling Lowry's
At a 3 times higher price point than Lowry's.
We did 319,000 last year with a 60,000 in EBITDA. We started in
What about this year? What are you going to do this year?
We're projected to do 500,000 this year. And furthermore, I want to emphasize we're not just a seasoning company. We're really excited about this plant-based chicken. We think it's going to change the game.
That's what I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
Okay,
So is that like the chick? Let me go back here. So is that like chickpeas? Is that where like that kind of spelling comes from?
No, that's a good question. So usually that just means it's chicken-like flavored. I think just the spelling just happens to be similar to chickpeas. But overall, like when I see the word plant-based, that means it's going to taste like something that I've already had. So it's going to taste like the below thing, which is chicken. So it's going to taste like that, but it's not chicken, and it's going to be very flavorful, in my opinion.
Yeah, and so I think that's a great point you bring up about the shirts and how the shirt doesn't say what it's it's pointing me in the direction of I get it for my chicken, like I don't get it for literally everything. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's definitely still even with having really good sales. I still think that in the grand scheme of the condiments market, that's a drop in the bucket, but I don't know what the amount is off the top of my head, but when it comes to branding yourself, you can get yourself one of these and tell everybody that you are a super entrepreneur. Or when it comes to shirts, there's also the shirts too, but there's the shirt, there's the super entrepreneur shirt and all that. Anyway, you can get all that over at yoursupergear.com and let everybody know what's up with you. Anyway, let's hear some of those explanations.
So for me personally, I'm not as interested in the salt. What I find exceptionally different, that patty tasted really good.
Thank you.
So How much of that is going to be your plan going forward?
Chicken is ready to launch. We've been R&Ding it for the last couple months. The recipe's finished. The ingredients have been sourced. We are ready to go.
You both have full-time jobs. How are you doing all that?
No, we do this both full time. Like, trust me, Kasha and I put all our time and energy.
He's a
into this.
dermatologist.
I run my own business. I'm an independent contractor, so I put my time as needed.
My dream is to pursue this full time. I work on this before I get to work, during lunch, between patients, in the evening, and on the weekends.
Kasha's the only one that could go from doing a skin cancer removal to negotiating a distributor deal in literally within 10 minutes. So
okay, hold on. Like, so everybody has their excuses of like why they can't do something. It's I mean, look, I even sometimes fall in the trap myself, right? Like, I'm trying to get work done. I'm trying to shoot these videos. I got the kids. I'm trying to like spend time with the kids and trying to balance money making and amazing summer memory making. And a wife, who still wants my time as well. So and the rest of the like, there's all these outside things, and these guys are absolutely. I should feel like I should pull them up instead. Of Barbara. Not that Barbara's not great, but they are doing so much to make this happen. And then look, I'm sure there's somebody watching this video right now and thinking, look, I'm hustling. I'm doing all the things. I'm making all this happen. I'm not getting $500,000 in sales. What is going on here? I will say that having money will travel, right? And him being a doctor. I mean, not that I'm trying to project how much he's making or whatever, but potentially, having that cash helps you free up other things and enables you to maybe hire some virtual assistants. You don't have to be like, great, I need to make these graphics. Now I need to go learn Photoshop. Now I need to go learn these. Like, he doesn't have that kind of time. He doesn't have time to go learn that stuff, but he has probably some money, to be able to invest in making that happen. And then boom, you're at 319,000 in sales in 1 year, and your profit margins are bananas, or should I say chicken salt, because that is incredible.
Well, they're around 20%, so it's not that good. Like, they talked about
at $8.99.
Well, what was the cost again? So
80 cents. Now I don't know. 80 cents landed. They still got to ship it. So, but even shipping at say 2-3, probably like $3.50 or something to that effect.
But you have to keep in mind the Amazon FBA fees.
That too.
When he talked about last year, he said $300,000 plus in sales, but only 60,000 EBITDA.
I missed that. Okay, I missed that. That happens.
I'm super data conscious, so when I heard that, I was like, ooh, low contribution margin, not gross, but contribution margin.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. So it's not where it needs to be, but 60,000 can still go a long way in helping, fuel the education process and the marketing process and reinvesting. And if they are both, since they both have jobs and both have incomes, they can do that. They're not like, ooh, we need that 30,000 each at the end of the day so we can survive, right? They need probably more inventory to be able to continue to fuel, especially if they're going to grow from 319 to 500,000 in the 2020 year, because this season 12 came out probably like January of last year. Wow, I can't believe 2020 blew by that quick.
I can't wait to hear what Mark has to say, because he's the vegan. So I think he's going to cut right through any vagueness. So let's see what he says.
And I apologize. It wouldn't have been January because they were all separated and they were obviously at the Venetian. So I don't know, probably like April or May or something to that effect.
Negotiating a distributor deal in literally within 10 minutes. So
what I'm having a problem with is you both have successful real jobs, okay? This is a side hustle that's done very well.
No, this is not a side hustle.
Real job is a side hustle.
Just because we have successful jobs that people want doesn't mean that that's our passion.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Hi, I'd like to speak to the CEO of my spice company. I'm sorry, he's seeing a patient. Okay, how about the other guy? I'm sorry, he's being an engineer. To me, you're all over the map. Focus, baby, focus. That's what I invest in. You don't have it, I'm out.
Yep.
So yeah, focus, is definitely needed. Look, I mean, I'm sure both of them are accustomed to a certain lifestyle, right? And they don't want to cut that lifestyle off for the chicken salt just yet. Even you know, when you make 320,000 and you're projecting 500,000, if you're only taking out 60,000 in profit at the end of the day, you're not going to quit your job over that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's a little short-sighted on Kevin. Maybe Kevin just didn't like the taste that much, or as much as Lori and Mark seem to, and Damon as well.
Scare me a little because you have 6 SKUs here. You want to come out with chicken. You don't know your challenges in the other market you're going to go into. You are not working on this full time. I just don't see me getting back the investment. I think there's going to be a lot of hurdles. It looks like you're going to figure it out, hopefully, in 6 or 7 years. I just think that's too long for me, so I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the focus part, right? And it's not just about them working their jobs. And maybe Kevin's part was cut out, but having, when you're trying to make it work, it's so much infinitely easier to make one thing work. Even if you have to fail at a bunch of things, to get the one thing that works. Versus we're gonna do it too. We're doing 2 things. Oh, plus we have 6 SKUs on one of those 2 things. So it's really 7 things while we're trying to get one thing off the ground. And we're not just like cashiers at the local Walmart or whatever. We're just like beep 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 beep. We're like helping take out cancer from patients' bodies and things. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. What would you use the $250,000 for?
So part of the money is going to go into development for our plant-based chicken. This is obviously just a prototype, so we need to be able to get the packaging down. The second investment is we want to be able to launch our chicken salt lines into food services spaces. We've already gotten right now 2 offers from one of the largest restaurant and entertainment chains that wants to utilize our seasoning for some of their custom recipes, which is going to be 6-figure contracts from just that one alone.
You guys have enough energy for 10 entrepreneurs as a part-time job. I love the fact that you're squeezing this in over your regular jobs. You almost made them part-time instead. I have no doubt in my mind you're going to succeed. And if I could offer one thing I might be able to do is slow you down a little bit on some of your choices. You're all over the board and I love it. But I want more skin in the game. I'm going to give you the $250,000, but I want 33%.
Ooh, yeah, look, Lincoln's got 2 thumbs up. He knows what's up. And I've said this countless times on this show. The valuation you can't get hung up on, especially when you're so early in it. And it is going to probably take her a while to get her money back out of this at that rate that they're doing. So. I think if Barbara's the person of choice, I think you need to maybe ask her for 30%, but she's probably not going to back down. You just take the 33%.
I would probably go for 25, especially with Mark still in the game, because if he is very interested, he's more the type of guy. He says one offer and he's done. He says, "Here's my offer. Please take it or leave it." So I think the valuation is going to drop. And they do have proven sales. They're on a run rate of $500,000 for this year. Her valuation is at a $600,000 valuation. So they can definitely say, well, our sales are going to be $500,000 this year. So they should be able to talk to her specifically about their run rate and get it down to 25%. I think that's where it's going to finish out at.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me just give a ding because he's doing way more math in his head than I am capable of doing. Anybody that's watched the show knows that sometimes my math is not perfect, and it's impartially because I'm trying to do it in my head, and I'm not the best at doing things in my head to that level while trying to switch the cameras, while trying to keep track of what's going on with the story, while trying to make sure we get him in, while I'm trying to tell you to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so you can get this video into the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. Just throwing it out there. But I love it, and I greatly, greatly appreciate the insight there that I definitely, I'm not always able to provide to the level. All in real time. There's no editing. And Lincoln, you will be able to prove this after you see the video when it goes live, because there will be, unless I have to blur something out because of copyright.
And actually, something I just noticed. So the ask that it says is $250,000 for 33%. So her valuation is at $750. So it might end closer to 30%. So between 25 and 30% is what I would think this would end up at.
Yeah, the way I always see it is like, depending on what you're selling, like it's chicken salt, right? Like they could change the recipe and sell it again tomorrow. They don't have to have Barbara involved. It's to me, this is an opportunity. Maybe they didn't ask for enough money if they feel they needed more money, but like I said, if they are already in a position where they're making decent money doing their full-time jobs, this isn't as much of a big deal. And to lose 33% of it is not the end of the world. To take it to the moon, and if the chicken's really that good, then ding ding, you're going to the moon. And I knew I was going to have to fast forward it.
Are incredibly tough. You already know that, right? You've got a little angle and you've made it work for you, but now you're taking on vegan chicken, which is incredibly difficult. Trying to combine those two. I don't care if you all have other jobs. Just trying to combine those two, working 80 hours a week just on that is going to be very difficult. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Yeah, that's tough, right? And look, it doesn't mean that Barbara's going to come back and be like, oh, I'm going to take 40% now, because why not, right? Yeah, well, Lori hasn't spoke yet, has she?
She says she likes the product, but not necessarily the salt.
Did she say she was out, or?
No, she's not out.
Okay.
She's still in. Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's still opportunity left.
Barbara?
I will share with you what I think. The great thing about America and being an entrepreneur is that at any time you can take your destiny into your own hands and lead your own life and create a business. And that's freedom.
Yes.
Sounds like an offer is coming.
I love the chicken. The salts are good, but it's a very competitive market.
If she doesn't give you an offer, it's going to get tough with Barbara.
I like the chicken,
Maybe you need to think
but
about
it's
that.
not there yet. That's the problem for me is it's just in R&D stages. If you'd had that further along, for me, that's your winner, your hero. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking because when she starts out being really nice and like, oh, gives you the freedom to choose your destiny. The destiny isn't with her apparently, so it's
Exactly.
it's on you guys. That's tough. But hey, look, Barbara will absolutely run with this, right? She has Pipcorn in her back pocket. She has those relationships. The heck, I mean, take it to Cousin's Maine Lobster. Throw some of that seasoning on Cousin's Maine Lobster. All of a sudden, you got something, a huge built-in market right there for yourself. So, I think unless they just don't want to work with Barbara, this is the deal. This is the deal.
I'm so nervous for you guys because I've noticed you haven't answered Barbara at all, and generally people just lose deals at this point.
Barbara, we walked in here with you as our number one.
I'm not so sure I believe you right now.
Barbara, so look, would you do 28% plus free skin exams yearly as needed? Dermatologist on
Free
skin exams. I love it.
Do you know, unfortunately for me, I have so much Botox in my face, I'm totally full. I don't have a needle. I'd have to say with 33%. I'll tell you why. Because when I have an opinion, I want to be heard. Not out of respect, but because I'm a third partner.
What are you going to do, guys?
Don't let 5% get in the way, guys. This is you've worked really hard to get to this point. It's not worth it. Also, stick around to the end because we're gonna check out their website and see if it worked. How it worked out. Come on, do it. Just pull it. Just pull the trigger.
We're gonna take it.
We'll take you off.
We'll take it. How about Barbara? Thank you so much for believing in us and wanting to be a part of this.
Should make you an offer. I can't wait to rub it in their face.
We're gonna take over the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ding ding.
Appreciate it. Barbara for sure was our
Congratulations.
number one when coming on this show because she's invested in the most food businesses, and we're trying to make vegan chicken salt and turmeric salt a household name. So we're right on the way to do that right now.
Hey, dude, we just signed a deal on Shark Tank. This is crazy.
Oh my God.
Absolutely
Ding, ding.
love it. Yes, ding ding. So check out their website. You can save 10% off your first purchase.
Yeah.
I like seeing. This was the first hero image introducing porkless mix. So not only have they taken their chicken, they've made it into a porkless mix, which
I like it.
I mean, it's only like a year later than from when they probably pitched. on the show, Mediterranean mix. So as seen on Shark Tank. Okay, cool. I like seeing Shark Tank sprinkled in and not like the everything, Shark Tank everything. And sprinkled in as in, Salt Bay, sprinkled. Let's see, they have a huge, seemingly pretty big sale going on for all of their stuff. You can get, everything for $50. That's not bad. Looking good. Yeah, let's check it out on Amazon because it looks like. Oh, here you go. 4.5 stars on 87 reviews. That's a good sign. So let's check it out. What they got going on here. So, they only have eight on the 5-pack. Is that?
It's all gonna be the same. Yeah, it's the parent ASIN. So it's all gonna be the same.
That's okay. So only 2 here. Wow. So
Goodness.
Okay. So
well.
here's where the sales are coming from this 5-pack.
Wow.
So the vegan chicken shipping was slow. Product was okay, better than some. That's real helpful there. The worst vegan product ever. Save your money and buy oyster mushrooms instead. What's an oyster mushroom?
I guess that's like a similar like product to a mushroom, or it's mushroom based. That's maybe tastes like an oyster.
Yeah, not the best meat substitute on the market. Tasty. So a bit of a mix there on the chicken, but the flavoring. Oh, where was the? Here we go. So 71%. Let's see what the 1 stars got to say. Expensive salt. We saw this on Shark Tank. Was excited to try. We tried one. The red pepper on popcorn. It left us coughing and sneezing. First, we were very disappointed to see that the main ingredient listed is sea salt, and we were looking for more of a salt alternative. Second, the next ingredient. So wait, is sea salt? I mean, I thought sea salt was like the good salt, like the quote unquote good salt for you.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes really good. It's like, the thing Wendy's loves to talk about.
Yeah, they haven't talked about it. I'll tell you, when they first switched to the sea salt, I was all about it. It was so good. And over time, it's just, it's like, did they get rid of it? Because it doesn't have the same taste as it did right out of the gate, unless it's like a drug where it's like, oh, the first hit is awesome, and then you're just always chasing those French fries, looking for that same dopamine hit again. Sorry, this product wasn't good. Don't like it. I mean, you're always gonna get something like that. But hey, 71%, ding ding, for hitting that. Now, one thing I do, and it's hard to look. It's always hard to reply to these things, and maybe you could speak to this, Lincoln. But like, I always try to reply to every review that we get, especially the negative ones, because it might sting, especially when it's a service-based it's a service that you're providing. But like that service makes it, it gives me the opportunity as somebody like a year later looking at it, to like, hey, they cared enough to stand up and answer to it and say, we're going to do better, or we're going to try better, or let's reach out and see if we can get you, a gift card, or try to make up the experience that we messed up. We messed up.
Yeah, it's good to leave, comments on reviews. The wonderful thing now on Amazon, if you're a seller, as of early last year, they have something called one-click reviews. When somebody does a one-click review, they receive an email on their phone or whatever device, and it'll be a blank 5 stars, and you click whatever number of stars you think it deserves, and you do not need to leave comments anymore, whereas you used to about 2 years ago. So that is actually quadrupled the rate of reviews, which is dramatically raising reviews, because people are less critical of the reviews. They just kind of click 5 or 3 or 1 instead of 2 or 4 like these other reviews. So there's ways to make sure your brand looks well. But yes, if you have a team member that's customer service focused, having them focus on these sort of reviews that are low, that would be great to have somebody respond to those.
Absolutely. I mean, even the good ones, right? Just thanking people. Like, so it just shows that you're being cognizant of what's going on with your brand. And look, you worry about the things you can control, right? You can't control what people say, but you can control how you react to it.
That's right.
And real quick, we'll just take a look at what they got going on with their social media here. Facebook, they got 3,500 people like it. Let's see.
Okay.
June 10th
Not
was
bad.
the last time they made a post. Oh no! Oh, okay. This was it was a pin post. Okay, so 222. Oh, that's when I guess they announced the porkless mix.
Nice.
Easiest 1, 2, 3. No engagement, little engagement. I'm willing to bet that this post was actually like a boosted post or an ad that they had, and that's how they were able to get so much engagement out of that. When you look at compared to, the rest of these posts have very little going on there. That's a cute little video.
I'm looking forward to see what they have on Instagram.
Yeah, that seems to be the big one.
Instagram.
Yeah, that seems to be where the brand's at. Okay, 10,000 ding followers on a, well, I mean, not just a seasoning, but a seasoning and porkless and chickenless mix. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Looks
it's
good.
Bright, colorful. I mean, I like to see more faces.
Sure.
Personally,
people using
but
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe adding a few more faces to the mix wouldn't be so bad. But overall, I'd say it's a pretty good looking food wall there.
Good job.
300. Hey, even here, 313 subscribers on their YouTube channel. Not bad at all. With that one video, we got 1,400 views. That's great. Ding, ding. Oh, wow. Here you go. These other popular, 33,000 views, 16,000 views. Yeah. That's awesome. Pinterest is Pinterest dead? I don't.
It's been around since like 2010, so it was much more popular like 5 years ago. But a lot of people still use it. Yeah.
I think it's big with the people that use it, but it's not big as it like when you compare it to the other giants. But hey, you know what? You know what is big? When people like MV leave comments, or like Lincoln Scott leave comments and ask about being on the show. Thank you all so much. Please make sure you go drop a comment below and tell us what you love, what you don't love, what you don't want to see. Hey, if I'm annoying, let me know. It's all good. The algorithm thanks you anyway. Make sure you smite down and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. And I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.